All right, Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hazir, thanks for the nice introduction. My name is Kamal Khan, lives in Calgary. So, my job today is to present one of the largest department within ICNA. Those who do not know what ICNA is, it stands for Islamic Circle of North America and in Canada. So, yes, this is the whole function where you are, is a part of, is managed and organized by ICNA. And one of the largest department run by ICNA is called ICNA Relief Canada. So I think the slide's going too fast. Yeah, so this is just a very quick overview. ICNA Relief is a humanitarian and disaster relief organization which runs domestic program as well as international programs. When we say about international programs, we have huge operations to help the afflicted areas around the world. Are we serving the whole world? No, that's not possible, but whatever we can in whichever areas. So you can see a very quick synopsis. I have been given only 5 minutes, so I will be running it very fast. So you can see that we have major programs. You know, the world is afflicted with major wars and crimes against humanity and other things. So guess what? We have lots of orphans around the world. So you can say that with all your donation, what you give to ICNA Relief Canada, we are being able to sponsor more than 7,500 children, which comes up to around $3.5 million per year. So we spend this money just to take care of the orphans around the world. You can see some of the pictures on the top. I will go on the next slide and show you a little bit more about that. We have emergency relief departments, which we take care of the any disaster happens around the world. So we are on the ground in most of the times wherever we can. What does that mean? That, you know, you can see that Pakistan flood flood happens 2 years back. Yes, the flood is over, but the rehabilitation activities needed to happen for a long period of time. So we spend almost $2 million per year on flood relief activities. And one of the major activity you can see on the picture over there as well is that we just built 150 houses for the widows who have lost their families and all in one of the area in Pakistan. So there are many different activities we can go. So you can see that these are some of the pictures. What we did in Syria, we have built an orphanage for the girls, as well as we have built a full orphan house in Pakistan. So you can see that all these things are happening. It's one of the girls' only orphanage in Turkey, where all the Syrian girls are living down there now. So what does that mean? That whatever the donation you give it to ICNA Relief Canada, it goes down in somewhere and utilized to help the poor and the needy and the afflicted people around the world. You can see that in Pakistan, when we had the flood came in 2 years back, we helped at that time, and a lot of our organizations may have, you know, forgot about it, that what is happening in Pakistan, because flood, we are human beings, our short-term memories is very short, right? So we don't tend to remember what happens 2 years back. But rehab activities are happening still. So we just completed 150 houses in Pakistan for those widows who are afflicted with the floods in Pakistan. So these are not all the activities, but we're just giving you some of the snippets so you understand that how ICNA Relief is utilizing your dollars you give to ICNA Relief, and it's been used. So Gaza Relief is an ongoing project for many years. We've been doing it, and we spend around $1 million per year. You can see some of the pictures here, but these pictures are just one way to say thank you to all of you donors who give it to ICNA Relief Canada, and your donation goes directly into those areas where the most help is needed. Turkey and Syria earthquake happens last year, and you can see that all these tents, you know, ICNA Relief was one of the major partner who we went through over there, and we put up all these tents just to make sure that those who are afflicted with the earthquake can be helped properly. So you can see your dollars are in use. Yeah. So these are some of the international programs we gave. We gave you a quick snippets of those programs, but we do a lot of activities in our domestic area as well. I will go very quickly that that we spend almost $1.5 million of food pantry. We have 11 food banks in Canada, in all of the major cities, including Calgary, where I am from. We spend we have served more than 50,000 people every year. You know, we serve 50,000 plus people through our food banks and the pantry, through our in-kind and in-cash donations. We have supported during the pandemic, we supported for over $800,000 to our hospitals due to the COVID support. Not many organizations, actively do the work in this area, because domestic is becoming a very priority. So for ICNA, Canada has set up the priority. Our board has given the priority to ICNA Relief that we need to establish our domestic program on a fast pace. And the very reason for this is that because the new generation which is raising and growing up in Canada, for them, we need to help them out by helping the domestic programs. So we are establishing all these domestic programs in need. Another area is emergency zakat program. Of those who are in need domestically in Canada, we generally spend over $500,000 in domestic support to the needy families. You can see that we have many other small programs which are in making, whether it's funeral support, whether it's senior support program or youth leadership development program. So the point is making that what I want to give the message to the team, or for all of you who are sitting here, is that yes, we are growing. ICNA is growing, and so does ICNA Relief Canada, which is a subsidiary or a program within ICNA Canada, is also growing. So all your donations which you give it to, whether it's you give it to any international relief program or any of the domestic program, rest assured that your dollar is going to be utilized in the right way. I would highly recommend all of you to, after this program, go outside and right at the main hall entrance, we have a huge ICNA Relief Canada stall. Please walk by there, stop for a minute, get to know a little bit more of the activities of ICNA Relief Canada in detail. And we have some volunteers sitting down over there waiting for you to come, and at least you can say thank you to them, because they're all volunteers too. Just like every one of you would like to volunteer for ICNA Relief Canada, please come and see us in the ICNA Relief stall as well. So these are some, next slide, I think we're done. These are some slides which we wanted to give you some updates about how ICNA Relief Canada is impacting through your dollars in the international programs as well as in domestic area. And thank you very much for your time listening to me. Jazakallah khair.